Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Empires of the Undergrowth, episode number 5, but take 4 or so on this one. As you can see, the Formicarium has developed. I have gotten so many seeds and we got a lot of, well, I mean, I've done this mission several times now. Let's let you know what happened. The next mission is, in my opinion, probably the second hardest. It's close to the hardest. It's very difficult. It's probably not as difficult as A Bridge Too Far, but it's close. I've tried it twice on hard and I failed both times, and then I completed it on medium. What happened when I completed it is, unbeknownst to me, my recording software got toggled onto stream mode, and in my stream mode, the first thing that's active is a scene which shows the desktop where I can put my stream countdown timer on. So essentially, the entire time, this box was overlaid on the and I just didn't. I thought it was low quality enough that even though I won that one and I would love to use it, we're going to go ahead and redo it. Also, there's been a patch, so it's updated the way this is shown. There's no longer a challenge mode active here. You do it when you hit play level. So anyway, you can see the challenge mode is on. It gives us a lot more because I've already completed this, and I completed it on medium difficulty. I still intend to put it on medium difficulty. I think this game's actually, and this level is very difficult, and hard is very challenging. We're going to go with pervasive. I can't really see a motivation for using vigorous. You probably can do it with both. If you can do it with vigorous, you could probably also do it with pervasive. Vigorous would be interesting for when you're actually fighting the bullfrog, but pervasive just helps you get your economy going so much quicker that I think it's, I don't want to say no-brainer because people have corrected me, but I made a lot of wrong decisions.
Solenopsis invicta fire ant queen has landed on the edge of a swamp. She may be far from her native habitat, but the fire ants are well known for their ability to adapt. Competition for food will be fierce. She will need to raise an army quickly to compete with the local predators.
We're going to start off by just trying to get these guys going as quickly as possible. Just makes sense. This level's so... oh man, it's just so heavily weighted to getting a big army as quickly as possible. So that tells us about the fire ant sting. Done this mission, gosh, I've completed it successfully once, tried it twice, 2 other times. I died, always I died, you know, honestly this was heartbreaking. One hard mission I died on, both of them I died on day 4, and one of them I died, I think it was after the bullfrog had already jumped off. I had defeated it, and I still lost. Because the wave of amphibians that comes after that is like truly difficult to deal with. Might be harder than the bullfrog itself. I mean, in some ways it definitely is because it comes into your nest. Anyway, here we go.
The colony lies in the shadow of a great titan to the north, an American bullfrog. This large female has found the perfect spot to feed. Sheltered by foliage and in the path of many wandering insects and smaller amphibians, she has no reason to move on. Eventually she will need to be displaced, but for now, the fire ants have more pressing business to attend to. Many of the milkweed plants growing nearby are infested with aphids. Their honeydew excretions present an ideal, energy-rich food source for the fire ants. Aphids far from the nest are vulnerable, however, and are sometimes relocated closer to home where they can be better protected from predators and thieves.
Gonna go for this spider. I'm not... okay, oh, he's moving. Nope, he's not gonna move enough, so here we go.
A magnolia green jumping spider, Lysoman viridis, has ambushed a fire ant. It prefers to hunt on foliage, where it is less likely to be spotted by predators and prey alike. Out on the ground, it's more vulnerable, but that won't stop it from snacking on lone ants far from the safety of the nest.
Now the aphids we see on this, the number 3, that's a variable number. We can go and take, as you can see, this aphid carry thing, which is probably what one of these is talking about. Aphid relocation, yeah. So that aphid relocation allows you to grab the yellow aphids from here and move them to your stock, and then they'll produce, that's the economy. I mean, that's like practically the economy for this entire mission is based on getting aphids from other places and put them into yours. So we'll take this, we'll take that, and then we're going to try to go over to this, and once they're done harvesting from it, we're going to try to take their aphids. It's not going to make them particularly happy, but you know what? We can deal with that another time. Their dissatisfaction. Oh, but the beetles we cannot deal with. Oh god, it doesn't. It cares not.
Tiger beetle, Cichindala sexcutata, is on the move near the nest. Its metallic green elytra make it unmistakable, and like its other tiger beetle cousins, long legs give it the speed to chase down small arthropods with ease.
So, pervasive, when you see the glow, that's when we have...
A small colony of Phaedolae maurici big-headed ants have established themselves on a hill to the west. Scavenging for seeds, aphids, and dead insects, they are unlikely to pose a threat to the Invicta colony, if left undisturbed.
Yeah, what was I going to say? I forget. Well, yeah, when they're sparkling, that means we're ready to respawn. But when they're not, that means they're not free to respawn. Free to respawn is what I was trying to say. But we do, I mean, sunk cost fallacy is definitely in play here. This is the face of it. I really want that beetle, though. We already put so much work into it. We want to reap the benefits. At this point, if we start losing people, though, it's, well, we have like half of them. I guess we can go and get the aphids at least. Which was the whole point of this operation to begin with. And are they going to kill that beetle? Oh, well, then we have a spider. 2 spiders make that. And the beetle. Okay, not quite like this. Can we even kill it? Oh god. It's got like 1 hit point left. It still does it. Oh, this is the hero. Oh, we're just losing everybody. You can see that we're now respawning, which we don't want to do. Let's get these aphids up to the tree, and that's what we really should focus on more. One over here as well, which we'll want to pick up. Sunk cost fallacy, this is exactly what people talk about. But I'm a stubborn man, and I think I am going to try to go get all this stuff, including that 1 beetle. The spiders we can handle. That aphid back. Good, that helps the economy. And let's get this spider. And then where's that beetle? Oh, they killed it. They took it! Jerks. Alright, well in that case, we tried, but we failed. I think I'll speed along until the night comes now. Not much was going to happen. You see what I need to do is just dance around and try to pick up aphids where I can, but probably no other aphids for the rest of the day. This is just too juicy. Basically 3 spiders for free. Assuming I can get them for free. We've done it. By golly, we've done it. Quickly back to the aphids and the honeydew, or whatever this is.
As the sun sets, the local amphibians begin to emerge from moist crevices near the water's edge. Lone invertebrates will be picked off quickly. The ants should travel in numbers, or not at all.
So I like to use sundown, this dusk period, which is usually a transition point, as a time to quickly go and raid some of these other areas that are a little further away. I think that we can actually get over here and get some of this food. And that is the plan. I'm not sure if it'll backfire or not, but we'll try it. Damn, that one went away. That one went away. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, right? So we'll just let these guys take as much as they can, get like a wave or two of it, and then, you know, off we go. So basically, as soon as these guys are done, we'll...
A bombardier beetle, Brachinus alternans, is hunting for insects outside the nest. It may seem unwise for it to wander so freely amongst the large amphibians that share the swamp at night, but they would do well to leave it alone. This beetle is a master of chemical warfare.
So what you saw is it sprayed and killed this one. Actually, that's great.
The ants have clashed with a bombardier beetle. Feeling threatened, the beetle mixes a cocktail of chemicals that react together, boil, and explode from a valve at the base of its abdomen.
What I want to say is that you could see after it sprayed, it doesn't have any other spray to do. So it used it on one ant. It has very large range and very large angle, like spread. So if you hit a whole bunch of your ants are there, just kill them all. Thankfully for us, it sprayed it on a single ant. And toads are arriving now, by the way, but I'm not worried about it. Because I'm pretty sure that they won't.
At night, eastern narrow-mouthed toads patrol above ground looking for food. Ants make up 75% of their diet, so the small colony must stay alert. To make matters worse, they are excellent diggers. It's only a matter of time before one tunnels its way into the nest.
And that is true and concerning. But I think on the first night they won't get to us. So it might be an opportunity for us to again. I mean, I know amphibians are going to come out and are already out, but not in huge numbers yet. Oh, this... if it just repopulated. It's like the American bullfrog is at 6,000, but it'll start to gain health overnight, I guess. Saw it at 6,100 by the time that disappeared. Okay, that's probably enough food in this group, 26. I want to keep them around 35 tops, maybe 33 would be even better. And we do have a wasp over here. I'm not trying to fight it, but it is where all my food is. So we'll probably end up... there it is.
A wasp mantid fly, Climachala brunea, has descended from her perch into the path of the ants. Unrelated to true mantids, her spiked raptorial forelegs are a perfect example of convergent evolution.
Well, that did not go well. Not well at all. She will heal as well, unless we hurry. So as soon as these ants are ready, we're going to go and just risk it. Just so she doesn't have time to heal. Oh my god, she got 50%.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Dawn breaks, and the salamanders and toads retire to their damp alcoves to wait out the sun. Only the great bullfrog remains. She sits patiently on her throne, waiting for the next meal to wander by.
Okay, well, during this morning period, this twilight in the morning, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come up here, kill this one spider.
The ants must defend themselves.
Turn off our food. Very important. Turn off your food. Get behind this Venus flytrap.
Defenseless caterpillars exposed on the underside
Then
of leaves are a welcome snack for the passing fire ants. The colony should take advantage while it can. Few meals surrender so willingly.
Then we'll turn the food back off so that we don't get in the Venus flytraps on the way home. Otherwise, they will actually enter here, and the game will tell you that it's okay if they enter. It'll actually just, they'll close up each one of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It means 8 ants, it'll close up all of them, and it'll take like a minute or two for them to reopen, so you'll be okay. But who wants to lose 8 ants? Big-headed, fire ants platoons, yeah, we'll show that soon enough. That's beetle. That's when they talk about the bombardier beetle spraying once, but having a long cooldown. The toads are in my... They didn't actually get out. Okay, there's the wasp mantid flies that annihilated us. And the caterpillars. Okay, fair enough. You know what? Those two are just sacrifices.
The battle has begun.
I'm not going to deal with them.
The ants have uncovered a group of hungry checkered beetle larvae. The soft grubs may look defenseless, but they have big jaws and appetites to match.
There are intruders in the nest.
Just going to take out these guys. It'll be easier to get them over and done with. Take their food, build up a bigger army, and then we can try to go after, I don't know, some more stuff somewhere. Aphids ideally, now that we got this wasp cleared, but we need a lot of ants to cross that bridge. I think more than 30. Alright, next mission is to go down here and get the aphids from this other island. So we're going to form up and move out.
The ants must fight.
So we already don't have to worry about having enough people to gather. 2 already has plenty of people for gathering. And 1's up to 34, so it's probably already at the max that I wanted to get to. Try to keep an eye on the ants moving back and forth, because this is a dangerous path. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, they both survived. And another one came. Oh my goodness. The worst outcome. Well, now we're out for blood. In fact, I'm going to draw 2 down here as well. This is serious time and serious business. We got to get that wasp before it heals. All hands on deck. It already healed to half. Again. Too many beetles, too many spiders. This is very difficult. Having a hard time.
By linking themselves together, the fire ants have formed a pontoon out of their own bodies. It stretches from their home territory to a previously unreachable island, giving them access to new sources of food.
Alright, we did it. We finally did it. Whew! So we'll put the aphids back. That should give us a lot, right? 15 or so? A welcome increase in the economy when I'm trying to form a third group.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Alright, clear these guys out. A little bit more food. I didn't really see any other targets of opportunity, that's why I chose that. We can go over here, it's another wasp, and I think it's worth it. Get more aphids, aphid economy. Actually, we can go over here. It's an obvious thing. Why didn't I do that?
Once again, dusk sets in over the swamp. Soon, the sandy undergrowth will be teeming with salamanders, toads, and nocturnal beetles.
We're getting kind of lucky here. This pontoon did not finish, but here's the salamander. He's letting us go. Thank goodness. Seems like we need just a couple more ants to get across. Hopefully these guys... Oh, God. I don't like that he's moving. Let's get 2 over here to help. And have 3 come up here. As long as he's just... It's like a stalemate, but we just need those 7 and then we can get out of here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not yet. Okay, let's go. Dismount. Get out of here. Not a moment too soon. Looks like they don't care about us when we're floating on the water, which is nice. Okay, well that was good. Might as well go up here since we have a... Well, toads are arriving and we could actually have a toad battle this time, but with our food supply, I'm going to risk it. Once this last guy gets past, we'll put him on. Okay, go ahead and gather. This guy went right into the Venus flytrap. What a ding-dong.
A curious ant has ventured onto a Venus flytrap in search of nectar. If it brushes against the hairs on the open, red-tinged leaves, they will snap shut, encasing the ant in an ever-tightening cell. There is no escape. The prisoner will be slowly digested until nothing more than a husk remains.
We're going for this. Thank God we have 3 still harvesting. Okay, well that was... I don't know if that was a success or not, but at least our aphids are up to 22. We have some down here, and some up here that we need to get to. With a wasp over here. That does seem like a natural one to go get next.
A narrow-mouthed toad has burrowed into the nest. It may be small for a toad, but its appetite for ants is insatiable. Secretions from its skin burn any that manage to escape its projectile tongue.
So it's time for us to start upgrading to level 2. Now, no, we do not want... Oh, God.
Predators are loose in the nest.
We do not want to
Larvae
upgrade to level
must
3.
be protected.
Level 3 gives you 2 ants per tile, which sounds great. Until you realize that the second ant does not spawn for free. So it's actually a big limitation.
For the swamp amphibians, the nighttime feast is over. Toads give way to tiger beetles, and the ant colonies step up their activities. If the fire ants are to stand any chance of establishing a long-lasting empire, they must grow quickly. There is no time to waste.
Alright, that is our goal, to grow quickly by getting 480 more food. It's very tempting, and because this is again the dusk transition, we hope that it would be a good time for us to go and do it.
The ants must fight.
Oh my god, he killed so many of them. But that's okay, they'll respawn mostly for free, I think. Oh my gosh, not that guy. I don't even know how we're gonna deal with this guy. You know what? No, go ahead, 3. Go fight him. Let 2 take a reprieve.
The fire ants have encountered a tribe of Monomoria minimum black ants. These tiny little ants may seem feeble, but the Invicta colony would do well to treat them with caution. Although primarily scavengers, they are armed with powerful chemical secretions and have been known on occasion to invade fire ant nests.
As soon as the black ants, the southern group, attack even one time, I consider that enough grounds to go after them. They will attack again, and it's better to just get them out of the way. They also end up being a nice food supply. So we're going to gather up and go. We'll get 1 and 2 together to do this attack. And 3 will stay gathering food here. We might need to pull them in the end. But now, after the big spiders have all moved, we're going to go ahead and go in. I think this is far enough off the beaten path or our ants will not go for it. So we'll stick here at the opening first and just eliminate all their ants for a while, gather up, and from there we'll actually do the attack. In the meantime, I'll be...
The ants have set upon a green link spider, Puccetia viridans. She prefers to hunt on pitcher plants, but out in the open, she loses her advantage. Far from defenseless, however, when threatened she can spit venom up to 30 centimeters from her fangs.
Alright, so this is already clear. We're going to go down into the opposing nest. All of our group here, almost all of them are level 2. Alright, group 1 is in. So we're going to go for the opposing black queen. Black ant queen. If we do this, I mean,
a fully developed checkered beetle, Enoclerus rosmarus, has been disturbed by the ants. It has the same ravenous appetite and slicing jaws as its juvenile counterpart, but now paired with thick armor plates, it represents a far greater danger to the colony.
Okay, well we got it in the end, although I'm sure we're losing. But this is a threat, might as well get away.
The minimum colony is almost defeated. The Invicta army must press their advantage.
Might as well get it out of the way once and for all. That's my thought on it. Got him.
The little black ants fought to the last to defend their queen. Now the Invicta colony will enjoy the spoils of war. Defenseless larvae from the vanquished colony will be carried home and fed to the victor's own hungry brood.
Okay, now we get to clear out each of these rooms. Lots of food. Yeah, at this point, when they walk along the antline, we just have to allow that battle to happen. Which means we will take losses we don't want to take, but there's no way around it. So I've gotten a fourth group now, so we're still trying to get food out of the black ant colony. I'm dispatching group 3 as well to get there, which means we'll have almost 100 ants just trying to take food back from this place. Which is quite an... Oh, well, our food stores are full, which is, hey, a great problem to have, by the way, but also a problem. Nobody's taking food back. And that's a lot better. Pretty easy problem to solve, I have to say. Just start upgrading everyone.
Night approaches, and the predators of the day give way to their nocturnal counterparts. As they encroach on colony territory, battles must be chosen wisely. Spread too thin, the fire ants could find themselves quickly overwhelmed.
We started attacking this guy pretty much by accident. And it did not go well.
A false bombardier beetle, Galerita bicola, is also on the prowl for small prey tonight. It impersonates the true bombardier to ward off potential predators, and its mimicry isn't simply visual. It too can spray defensively from its abdomen. In this case, the fluid of choice is the familiar formic acid.
Well, we accidentally killed that guy, but there's another trophy, I guess.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Alright.
An ant has been devoured by Aurichea quadradicitata, a dwarf salamander. It is nimble, fast, and slender enough to wiggle through tight crevices in search of food.
Yeah, so that black ant colony is now wiped out. We don't need to attack it anymore. I'm just wasting ants doing that. The only group should be outside is group 4, trying to get those reinforcements. As soon as they come near here, we should just swarm them. Which is why I want this surrounded by speed tiles. And American Bullfrog's up to 11,000, that's not good. As soon as nighttime ends, our very next mission is going to be to do a big attack. And to make sure that we're ready for that, make sure that we are all great upgraded. Good, we're still attacking this guy. Good to see. He's just eating us and healing. And there it goes. Looks like we'll be okay for the rest of the night. Although, I guess it would behoove us to just release this group. Better now than when the frogs are coming. Anyway, it looks like with just that one beetle, I'm actually going to risk one last mission up to here. Oh, we did this. Okay.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Don't kill my worker beetles, you ding-dong. Alright, now we'll go on an excursion up to here, and then towards the... We have to do an attack on the bullfrog, otherwise we're just... Yeah. At this point we're tempting fate that we can't beat the mission in time. I think that's the last night we want to survive. We do not want to try to survive another night. So let's get a little more resources from here and then do our attack. And possibly that'll be our final attack.
Staving off another night of attacks, the Invicta colony once again proves its strength. Despite this victory, there is yet one obstacle that stands in its way. Ever present, the bullfrog looms over the ants. The beast must be defeated.
Okay, speaking of the beast must be defeated, here we go. We got 1, 2, and 3 all coming over. And I'm going to send 1 in first. Give them a little bit of time to get defeated by the bullfrog. As soon as we start scaling up though. Yep, that tongue is bad. The stomp is bad. Lots of things are bad, but here we go.
Mounted their first attack upon the great American bullfrog,
Up to 12,000.
Tisbianus. The brave frontline soldiers are quickly crushed and eaten. They must surround and swarm the enormous creature to stand any chance of defeating it.
You can see all the workers are, warriors respawning. Okay, group 3 just arrived and got annihilated. You can see all... We're doing some work here. 9,000. I'm gonna be okay with worker losses. I mean, warrior losses. Soldier losses. 8,000? Let's get it down to like 5,000 or so.
Again and again, soldiers clamp onto the bullfrog's leathery skin and inject their Solenopsis venom, but the beast shows no signs of wavering. The fire ants must maintain their resolve.
Group 4 is still giving us food. Uh-oh. Call off the attack. We're about to be invaded. We got them down to 5,000, actually.
The fire ants and big-headed ants have met in their first skirmish. Sensing the new danger, the Maurici colony responds by awakening ancestral super soldier genes in selected brood, feeding them until their heads are engorged with muscle.
I'm gonna put 1 and 2 on the low ground. Actually, 2 needs to heal a whole bunch. I'll put 1 on the low ground. And actually 4 should go on the low ground. We'll let 3 gather food now, because we've been depleted, greatly depleted. Got them down to 4,000. I can clear off the rest of them if I just choose to disable mounting. He'll just eat the rest of them now. And the way mounting works, there has to be enough on the ground. So you can't have everybody mounting. That would be great, because then they wouldn't take damage, but it doesn't work that way. Quite a path. We gotta actually get the food out of here instead, too. I think I'm going to go ahead and do another attack. Once we get enough sparkling for the respawn, this should be the final attack. I'm pretty sure that we can defeat it. I'm going to go in with group 4, staying home again, because they are the group with the weakest.
The big-headed ants now have a super soldier caste to justify their name. At huge economic cost to the colony, these frenzied champions have been raised for one purpose.
Oh, crap.
To crush the fire ants.
So they are attacking me again, which means we have to pull back. Maybe I should have just killed these guys. Although 4 did hold its own. Let's go ahead and do the attack anyway. I think that the big heads will... Oh, Lord. Oh, they're coming. Well, 2 and 3 will... Nah. Tough to do. Tough to say what to do here. I think I want 2 and 3 to go over here. And we'll use them to get all of that. If possible. 1 will stay here. Okay, 2 first. And then 3. Oh, here we go. Alright, level 2 guys are just so much better. And... God, they're stunning so many of my guys. Okay, 4 come down here. 1, take your turn. Basically swap places as soon as you die. We're still gaining food overall thanks to the millions of aphids. 20 or so actually, right? But a lot of aphids that we have helping out. Good news is that ants with aphids do not fight. They will not fight. Okay, 2 and 3 can pull back now. And we can all start fighting over here. 29, that'll soon be even higher. That's great. Let's have 2 go first. They're the lucky ones this time. And this is to the death. We're not stopping this one.
Once again, the fire ants advance upon the great bullfrog.
Damn it.
If they do not possess the numbers necessary to overwhelm the creature, this could be very costly for the colony.
Oh, he ate so many, oh no. $20,000. He's dropping. The next wave is coming. Oh gosh. 1,200, 1,100, 1,000. We got him. We got him. 500. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Yes!
Overwhelmed with burning venom, the bullfrog finally succumbs to the might of the fire ants. Utterly spent, it collapses on the hillside, leaving the victors free to consume its body.
So I've never killed the frog before, by the way.
Unbeknownst to the ants, the presence of the bullfrog was keeping many other local amphibians at bay. The power vacuum it left behind is attracting a host of salamanders and frogs eager to take its place. The ants should go to ground quickly and prepare for the imminent chaos.
So at this point, I don't think it matters having the free food. Food is no longer an
A
objective.
raiding party of big-headed ants are stealing aphids. They must be stopped.
Look, buddy, I just don't think we care about this anymore.
Even in small numbers, the fire ants are menacing, but in large numbers, they are virtually unstoppable.
So we're just leveling up because food doesn't matter at this point. More importantly, people who fight better. That's what matters. Okay, amphibians are going to be arriving now. So here we go. Defend the queen at all costs. Still gonna have 4 go out here and just gather though. It's so funny. I think I want to have enough ready to go. Enough food, that is.
There are intruders in the nest.
Okay, we'll have 2 down here and 3 or 4 here. I assume that 4 is already gathered? Yeah. So now they can come back. So we'll have 2 and 2, so that we can still swarm them, but... This should work. I hope. He said very unconfidently. No, surely this will work, right? I do like the idea that this is a really cool twist that you kill the main boss and then it turns out I mean, it's a nice twist, and it's believable that this guy was actually keeping a lot of other people at bay. Now you gotta fight all those guys. Not only that, but we didn't... Like, these beetles probably were already here. We got to fight them not because they're part of the wave, but because they were opened up already in... If we had just cleared them earlier... Excuse me. Don't want to fight in chokes, though. That's the big problem. And we have the food, it just makes... We just need to make sure that our workers don't get killed. So even I'll have this guy turn off and just stay in here for now. Oh no, don't go, oh god. Turn the other way. But I don't see any others, so we might be okay. Again, food not a problem at all. There it is.
As
Victory.
the anarchy above ground settles, and with the invaders crushed, a new order is established. This is now the domain of the fire ant.
It's a lot of dead amphibians. And we killed the bullfrog, which is great. I mean, this was medium difficulty. Obviously, this is also the end of the episode. No way I can do 2. Which, I knew that was going to happen, because this is just a tough episode. So glad I got it. Not much more to say. So I'll be back for the next one. It's going to be a tough one. I would love to get to the Metabelli.
I knew it. With the proper exposure and stimulation, the mutation possibilities are boundless. The potential for amalgamation, which is, of course, an epistatic effect owing to increased cytoplasmic viscidity in
What are you doing?
preparing the report.
Can you not do it quietly? Perhaps try using the keyboard?
The keyboard. How quaint.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and upgrade the Formicarium a little bit too. I don't know exactly what the layout will be, but we have so much food that it's time to get, like, you know, an army, a huge army of leafcutter majors. But anyways, until the next episode, thanks for watching, and take care.